What impact will the US's ban or visa ban on those undermining democracy in Nigeria have, really? I mean, it's people that determined to go to the US, in a manner of speaking. And also very important, I suppose, is who determines who these election riggers are, or who determines who these democracy underminers are? Who determines who is undermining democracy in Nigeria?
Yeah, so you ask if it has any impact. It has no impact because the guys are just going to continue. I mean, you can go to any part of the world. You can go to Europe, Dubai, and still have fun, and do their medical. If they don't go to medical terrorism over there, they go and get their medical attention. So they don't. It has no impact at all. It has no impact at all.
So why do you think the US is doing it then?
Well, I think it's just using the old whip. In the past, these things used to work because, I mean, how many places, Dubai was not that developed, and US used to have the autonomy of power, where people want to go to the US. But I think that old whip has since worn out. It's a very weak whip right now. So I think US, I mean, I don't know why they still use it, but it has no impact. An old whip, they've been using it for long, and right now it has no impact anymore. Because people can go elsewhere and still spend that money and still do whatever they want to do, and come back to Nigeria and mess things up. Yeah.
So it's of no essence at all.
It has no impact in my view. It has no impact. Yeah.
Really? So what's the US thinking then? Are you suggesting that the US did not think this through properly before announcing it?
Look at what's going on in terms of things around Ukraine. Look at Ukraine, for example.
Yeah.
And the kind of certain beliefs that the Western world gave to Ukraine, and Ukraine is crying about certain things right now. I mean, it's just the braggado. Sometimes this braggado is happening, the cowboy braggado, but I don't think they thought it through. Or they still think maybe it can impact the average Nigerian leader. But honestly, the average Nigerian leader can, like I said, there are many other places they can go to. What do they need to go to the US for?
I think that particular ban is in order, and it will help improve our electoral process.
How will it do that?
Yes, because most of them, when they indulge in this electoral malpractice to get some kind of favor into governance, they go out there to spend that money. They go where the system works, where things are in order, and they spend the money there. And remember, they said that their family members are also going to be affected. Some of them, which means that some of them that have their children in the U.S. schooling there, they will have to deport them back. Yes, it will not automatically solve all the electoral process problems we have in the country, but it will go a long way.
Let's assume you're right. Let's assume you're right, and they have children who are schooling in the U.S. and the visa ban affects them as well. Let's assume you're right. How about those who don't have families in the U.S. or their children are not schooling in the U.S.? How about those ones?
Yes, those of them that do not have children in the U.S. or may want to go there for maybe pleasure or to seek medical attention.
Okay, let's talk about those ones. How about those who want to maybe they're planning to go to Disney World in the summer, or go to Miami or wherever, or they want to go to Las Vegas. Why can't they go somewhere else? Why can't they go to the UK? Why can't they go to Paris? Venice is nice in the summer. Why can't they go to the UK as well?
I'm not saying that they don't have other alternatives. But there are some places, there are some of them that most of their investment are there in the US.
How do you know that most of their investments are in the US?
Of course, now some of our politicians that are schooling money, most of them invested in the US and the UK. Yes. So they invested there. So let's assume that you have an investment there. I'm not saying that all of them invested. Let's assume that you have an investment there, and you are banned from entering into a country where you have invested all of the things that almost everything that you're schooling in Nigeria. But definitely now, it's going to affect. So I'm not saying that they will solve all the problems, but it will solve it to some extent.
Okay.
At least the US have done their own.
Okay, so those election underminers, the election underminers who have children studying in the US, or who want to go to Las Vegas in the summer, or who have investments over there, if the US slams the visa ban on them, they will suddenly stop undermining the our democracy?
For me, the issue here is that Nigeria, okay, that means they lack the capacity. And tomorrow we'll say we're a sovereign nation. Like the question you're asking now, who determines what? I know actually that some of these people have investment in some of these countries, and whereas if some of those bans are placed on them, it will affect them somehow. But I've not heard anybody, because they are not made public, and I've not heard anybody that have been banned. When campaign started, when this electioneering campaign started, we had some, this person, let him go to US now, let's see, this one, let him go to UK. They all went there. We were expecting, was there any issue, ban on all these people? I didn't want it in all these countries. But at the end of the day, none of them were wanted. They were free. They went to US, they went to UK, they went everywhere. But my most was that how could Nigeria now rely on another nation dealing with those who they also perceive to have offended, to have committed undermined our electoral process? You're not saying that you don't have capacity to deal with this rule. That is the worry I have. And it's unfortunate.
But do you think, even if that's the case, do you think this sanctions by the US will have any impact at all here in Nigeria?
If they ban anybody who undermine our electoral process and have any investment in their country, it might have some kind of, it might deter the person. Because if the US say, look, what you did in Nigeria, for that reason, we are not giving you access, or we are limiting you to this. The person, in the next election, for instance, the person might be worried because there will be another searchlight on him. And let me not undermine this. There will be a little deterrent, and some other persons will also learn from that. But we've not had anybody, from the inception, we've not had anybody being disciplined or being banned from having visa.
Okay, so what's your suggestion is? What you're suggesting is that your understanding is if an election on the or democracy on the minor is banned now, the ban will be lifted later. The president is allowed back in the US, and the president might change their mind against undermining the election in the next elections.
Yeah, that's what I think. If a country like
so why shouldn't I undermine the elections this time around? The US will ban me for a while. The ban will be lifted eventually. I'll go back to the US, and then the next election I undermine again.
Well, for me, that's not a good. That's not a way to discipline somebody who undermines. It's not about other nation, other countries banning the person. For me, that law is not active. That action, if being taken, yes, it's not actually deter, but I just felt somehow. That's what I think. Somehow. But two, it's not made public. Who is banned, we don't know. The names are not published. We've not heard of anybody dealt with in that. So I don't think it will also have any impact.
213, hello, you're welcome. Please go on.
Dayo, good evening.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the visa ban, I've not seen it working out anything. I could remember during Abacha's regime when Ken Saro-Wiwa was killed, there was they said they are going to impose a partial Guinea on Nigerians. That didn't stop water flowing. So all this is USAID is just cosmetical. I've not seen them being serious over the political instabilities or corruption in the third world nations. We were here in 2014 when according to then president that he was undermined because he couldn't agree with them. Then the present government, which has inflicted much hardship on Nigerians for this period of time I've lived in the past 60 years, this is a government that have inflicted much pain on Nigerians. They are still good friends of United States. So I'm not taking this country called United States serious.